I need some gas. No car wash, thank you. Now gas prices have gone up, so let's see. Let's see where this is at. Usually on a dead tank, it's like $8 to fill this up. At this gas station, the same gas station, same fuel, full tank, $9. That's not bad. That's not bad. I can spare $1.
I got you $1.
So what's up, everybody? We are back to our regularly scheduled program. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue was a blast. I had a good time there. It's always hard editing those videos because there's so much shit going on that you want to just leave it all in, but at the same time you don't want to make like a fucking hour-long video. Now that we're back, I need to start focusing more on bike stuff. So as you might have already noticed, my control housing is no longer there. It's down here. If you look in detail, this thing looks like shit with all the controls and everything. Like right here, it's not shimmed properly, so that shit moves, which moves the throttle tube with it and everything, which is really bad. These are gapped out because I didn't buy bars that you could run internal wiring with, so my wiring has to be outside, so I had to leave a gap so that my wiring would fit outside so it wouldn't pinch the wires. And that pushes the lever on both sides. It pushed the lever onto the curve of the handlebars, making the brake lever and the clutch lever angled upwards. They weren't running parallel with the bar, if that makes sense. So basically what I want to do is replace all of it. I want to keep the bars, keep the risers, but everything else I want to redo. All the levers, all the control housings, everything. Because I'm not a motorcycle mechanic or anything. I just kind of wing it and hack shit together until it works. And that's kind of what I did with this whole bar setup. But don't get me wrong, it's been working for a good year now, but it's definitely not a long-term plan because shit's starting to act funny, it's starting to fall apart. So I need to start paying a little more attention to it. I mounted the control housing down there, which it's not going to stay like that, all clustered up down there for a while. One, because it doesn't fit on the risers. If the risers were an inch in diameter, they would have clamped on perfectly fine, and I would have probably just left it like that because they would have clamped on good. But right now that shit's held on by one screw and 2 zip ties, and so it'll stay on for the time being, but it looks like garbage. But the only switch on this control housing that I use, or the one that even does anything, is my low beam and high beam switch, because I don't have turn signals and I don't have a horn, so the other 2 buttons don't do anything. It's like a fucking fidget toy just clamped onto my bars. I mounted that down there because that's not that hard. You know, you can just pop that off and put it anywhere. It's still gonna work. And I got the clutch straightened out and everything, which I do plan on changing out the clutch lever too. That side though can pretty much be handled. What I plan with the cluster, to get rid of this whole cluster, is I'm just gonna pull the single switch out by itself for the low beams and high beams, and just mount the tiny little switch somewhere up here, just somewhere I can reach it, but it's out of sight, out of mind, but it's still there. Now for the throttle side, that's it's a different story. I can't just take the cluster off that, and that whole assembly with those switches is my throttle housing. It's all one piece, so I can't just take it off and mount it somewhere else. All that being said, we're headed to Cycle Gear right now, go take a peek at some throttle tube and throttle assemblies. God, I hate pulling into Cycle Gear. Cycle Gear and Synergy. Synergy's right there. They're both right across the street from each other. But to pull in, you have to fucking stop just in the middle of the road. Fucking terrifying. Oh. Well, alright, so went in and bought some new grips. I just bought the same little Renthal grips that I have on this thing. They hold up pretty good. Have lasted longer than any other grips that I've had before, so fuck it, I'll stick with them, and they're cheap. But I bought some grips, and then I bought a this like universal throttle housing, 7/8 throttle housing. It'll be switching it to a single cable, which I'm not against. At the same time, I don't know if it's gonna work. Which pretty much every time I work on this bike and do some sort of modification to it, it's really just an experiment. Let's get on with the experiment. This isn't a motovlogging channel, this is a science channel. we're testing shit out on motor C-clays. But I talked to the dude at Cycle Gear and he was like, well, just don't scuff it up and bring it back. You can get your money back. I was like, all right, that works. It's a pretty sturdy throttle housing kit. It's all like aluminum. So, or I'm sorry for you UK folks, aluminium. I really want to get this throttle on point because having that play with the throttle housing just isn't fun. Probably have way better throttle response and way better throttle control if that shit was solid the way it's supposed to be. And it'll just look better in general, not having all these shit wires hanging around everywhere and just all over the place. Get it! Got a little close to the curb, but that was a good one. Alright guys, so the throttle tube was a no-go? Almost. It will work. Obviously it'll fit on the bars. It's made for 7/8 bars, so it fits no problem. The issue is that the throttle cable, the hookup to the throttle cable is different, which I figured it would be, just for the fact that Harley parts seem to never really match up to other bike parts without some sort of modification. The throttle tube will work. I just gotta pretty much just order a new throttle cable. But until then, I got this thing back on a little bit better than it was before, so we'll just run it for now. And Bane showed up, so she's here with us. Oh, okay. Now we're just headed over to my boy Trigger's house. By the way, there's a group ride here in Tulsa for a Halloween ride. It's gonna be on the 28th, I believe, which is a Saturday. But the lady Bane right here is the one that's planning it, and she's in charge of all of it. So we went out last night and planned out routes and everything and where we're gonna go, but it's pretty much gonna be a costume ride. So if you guys want to dress up in some stupid ass costume and go ride your motorcycle around in a group full of people all over Tulsa, go hit up Bane's Instagram and you can get all the details for it from there. But it's gonna be pretty fun. I got my costume. I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be a pretty good time. I think there's a Ferrari up in front of this car right here. Decent. He gave me a thumbs up. That was dope. I hope that I can wheelie in my costume. I should be able to. It's not a big costume that's all bulky and shit. It is a gorgeous day out today. I am just gonna mention that real quick. It's been a while since we've had. This is the perfect day to me. It's like 70 degrees, maybe like 68 to 70 degrees outside. Not a cloud in the sky, super sunny, slight breeze. Oh, it's amazing. Too bad it's only gonna last for like a week and then the temperature's gonna drop to fucking negatives. Oh, bumpy. That had a really red door on it. Isn't there some sort of thing about like red doors? Like way back. Like red doors meant that like there is a witch living there or some shit like that. I could be completely talking out of my ass right now. I slightly remember some sort of conversation I had with somebody. If you had a big bright red door that symbolized like it was Wiccan or some shit like that, which is funny because if you look at houses nowadays, I mean especially in my area, I don't know about your guys' area, but the majority of doors on houses are red. God damn. Got bikes after bikes after bikes. Got a street glide. Got his good old Dyna CBR 600 929
of a mess
of heaven. This isn't a mess, this is glory. So nice. Alright, well we went and got Trigger and we're gonna go and grab something to eat and you guys get to see his beautiful ass street glide. Oh my god. Other than a Dyna, that is my dream bike right there, is a Street Glide. I absolutely love the way those things look, the way they feel. I rode his the other night, and that shit was beautiful. I don't even want one to attempt to wheelie it or anything. I mean, that'd be cool, but I just want one for the looks and the travel of it and everything, like being able to travel places, be comfortable. Oh my god, love the fucking sound of it. It sounds so good. But they're basically just Vance & Hines headers with Reinhardt slip-ons on them, and the combination of the two are just absolutely incredible sounding. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get sick of that sound. It's like an eargasm every time. Wait, where's Los Cabos? I'm in a gang and they call me Los Cabos. Oh, that smells good. Ooh, that smells good. Hi. What are you doing? Come here. That one's got his leg up. Dude, look at him. He's balancing. He's just standing on one leg being a pimp. Like, fuck this guy. He's straight up just being a pimp. He's still balancing. Oh, that one sneezed. Oh, good. Yeah. Good parking space for us. I am straight up about to back up into this guy's bike. I'm good on this side. Oh. Yeah. Boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, you took a cone with you. Yep. Yep. I got you. Yeah. I saw you going and I was like, I don't know if he can see that. Bye, geese. It was good hanging out with you guys for a second, you know? So take it easy and have a good one. Oh, Los Cabos. I don't know if Los Cabos is all around the United States, but if it is, if you guys have one near you, definitely go eat there. That shit is good. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh well, I was speeding, I guess, you know. That was a cop. That's a cop. We should get off of this road real quick because they haven't turned around yet. Which way would be the best way to turn? Oh well, as long as we can get out of the fucking way. Because that was definitely a cop. Yeah. Shit. Oh. Woo. God damn it. Yep. He didn't look. And though, like, I'm not stupid enough to run from the cops. If they turn their lights on and I know there's like 100% fact that they're trying to get me, I'll pull over. Like, I respect the blue and everything, you know. But like in that situation where it's like, well, they haven't lit me up yet, so I'm gonna happen to turn here out of view and just be a good boy. I'm just gonna be a good boy. Fucking Street Glide riders. They changed lanes slower than we made our escape from that cop. Well, that's been a interesting day. Been a good one though. The weather's been great. Had a really good ride. Good food. Good friends. That's gonna be it. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit that like button. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.